Poetry's always really been a part of my life, even as a young child. I remember my mum writing poems in a little notepad with illustrations, and I was always really jealous of her ability to do that, so I wanted to try and copy it myself and try and see if I could do the same. I had an amazing headmistress who would read poetry in assemblies every week, specifically Michael Rosen poems, and she'd perform them and add characterization and personality, and it was really the first time that I was exposed to performance as a tool to bring a poem to life. I run a spoken word event in the UK called Forget What You Heard, and we have a lot of Australian poets touring, passing through there, and they've recommended a few places in and around Melbourne and said that really this is the place in Australia to come for spoken word. So here I am. One of the main events that I was told I really should check out whilst in Melbourne is called Slamalamadingdong. So as soon as I arrived, a couple of days into my trip, I rocked up there, still jet-lagged and tired, and entered the slam, which is a really useful way of getting to know the spoken word community actually, because everyone's chatting and getting ready for the slam and just sharing information about what events are the ones to go to next. And also I was fortunate enough to win it. There's been quite a pervasive undertone of fear in politics for a while now, but I think what really brought it to the surface for me and what inspired the writing of Seasick was a few years back when these lower level political parties like UKIP and Britain First were suddenly given a popularist platform by media because, I don't know, maybe because they were entertaining or a joke or something funny, kind of like what's going on, I guess, with Donald Trump at the moment in the media and their rise to fame. But then suddenly there was a local election and UKIP started winning seats all over the UK, and suddenly it became less of a joke, and we realised that outside of our social media Facebook bubble where you think these things are just funny, actually a lot of people believe it, and the reason they believe it is because we're being pushed on this to be scared of the other, whether it's, like I say in the poem, whether it's immigration or whether it's drugs or whether it's something to do with people claiming benefits. We're being taught to be afraid of these things, whereas really they're the people we should be supporting.
Captain says, throw him overboard. What do we say? Not why, not what for, but for sure. We say, aye, aye, sir. Like, aye, sir, don't know how to say no, sir. Like, I stumble and stutter over my words, 'cause I can't decide for myself, sir. There's too many people looking distracted to the captains like, I owe you for saving me from thinking, sir. Even though this ship is sinking, sir, and such irony, 'cause we say aye, yet with our own two eyes can't see. And if we were to gouge the eye out of our irises, we'd be left with arses, and still wouldn't get up off of them, I guarantee. And it's this basic lack of humanity that I'm afraid, Captain, leaves me a little lost at sea. In fact, well, kind of seasick, 'cause these aren't slight slips, these are seismic shifts, yet not even the sea sediment lifts, while cyclically we see sickness everywhere. Except, say, on the BBC. Treat us like we're watching CBeebies, encouraged to be CCs of reality TV celebrities through several CCs of LCD-administered morphine sedative smokescreens, whilst they BCC their friends and family into your perceived confidentiality, affording them to continue to see sea views from their balconies. Looking down at us like, yeah, bow to me. Not for what I am, but for what I'm about to be, I'm bound to be. Don't dare doubt me, doubt him. He claims benefits and doesn't need to be. She has a bedroom with less than 3 children living in, disabled, gay, immigrant. They're going to steal your job. Someone over there is taking drugs. Watch out for those youths. They might be thugs. The unemployed, playing us for mugs. You're strong enough to work if you're strong enough to sleep, but throw them overboard if they're strong enough to speak. And the same old rhetoric of fear and shame and the pointing of blame, it's boring me out of my skull. Boring holes into our hole, boarding more when we're full, bombarding us all. So when the captain says throw him over, of course we do. We're just pleased it's not us who today they choose to lose. But hey, at least we're all in the same boat, right? If it goes down, we go down together, and together we fight, right? No. Collective scapegoats take note. Those captains, they will sit tight, wait for our drowned corpses to bloat, because a dead body left long enough usually floats, and just in case they've got the life jackets under their coat. Not that they need to, because their exorbitant wealth gives them an already overinflated importance of self, so we should not be surprised that, of course, I is their favourite reply, but well, wouldn't it be nice, just once in a while, Hear somebody try a different vowel. Shorten it to Then lengthen to you go screw yourself, Captain. In fact, then grab all the vowels to vow. I will not allow myself to take any further part in your social A and E, because I owe you nothing. So either help us to repair this ship or prepare to go swimming. Yeah, I want to hear a rumbling from the lower decks of people understanding that whilst life tastes sour right now, our days, they are yet early. And we only eat life's lemons when we're scared of getting scurvy. So on our collective journey, let's seek sweeter sources of vitamin C like oranges and strawberries and kiwis and limes, because these fruits of our times, like those of our labours, are ours for the picking, and we can share with our neighbours, because that's what a fair society does. But don't get me wrong. I understand that going against the tide in the current state of play can make waves and wake they who do not wish to be swayed, and that's a scary vote for those of us that don't like to rock the boat. But I would urge you to please remember that calm seas do not necessarily mean the best conditions for sailing. So if you still feel floundering with fear and drowning in their bitter citric lies is the best that we can get, then carry on with your ayes and yes sirs. I guess, sir, we just haven't found our sea legs yet.